We was going up that hill, and he pulled over there and asked me to marry him. And I said, you don't know me well enough to know whether you want to marry me. And I said, I've got baggage. And he said, oh, I know everything I need to know about you. On May the 13th, we got married. I still to this day haven't said yes, that I would marry him. Because he slapped that counter while we was at the restaurant. He said, by God, what Popcorn Sutton wants, Popcorn Sutton gets, and by God, I want you. We just had a big old wedding. I was his fourth wife. He was my third. I knew he was a moonshiner. It didn't bother me. Popcorn was just, he was my soulmate. That's about all I can say. He treated me like a queen. What I know about moonshine, Popcorn taught me. And he didn't have little pots like most people do. He had 2,500-gallon pots that had walkways. My job was to climb up on the catwalk and stir the sugar. And as far as the moonshine itself, Popcorn was very particular. He wanted good quality moonshine, not just the run-of-the-mill. But as far as business, Popcorn could sell anything. If he was talking to you, you'd be buying something before you left. We had a very quiet life until he got busted. But then we still had a quiet life until he died. And then from the minute he died, that was 15 years ago almost, it's not stopped. It's been a whirlwind, one thing right after another. Popcorn actually started the legal process of moonshine before he died. You know, he signed all the license and everything. I wouldn't drink moonshine growing up because all the moonshine I ever seen looked like it had white bugs floating in it and it smelled awful. But you taste the popcorns, it went down like water. It was so smooth. But he didn't make it like everybody else did. He had a secret way. I'm hoping to let the legacy live on and our culture. That's part of Appalachian. Moonshine is part of Appalachian. I want people to remember the history of it and remember that a lot of people use moonshine to make a living. They didn't sell it for money, they traded it. Popcorn was a legendary moonshiner. He made the best moonshine this side of the Mississippi. So, and I don't care what anybody else says, it's the truth. Popcorn was portrayed as a perverted old man, literally, but Popcorn wasn't. Popcorn was the most kindest-hearted man you could have ever met. You walk into this house and he'd say, sit down, we'll have supper ready in a little bit. Or he'd say, come on in and let's visit for a while. He was just a good person, and he was good to me.